wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aaron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aaron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
I'm not making it up there. Look, see? I don't know if you could zoom in. I'm not making it up. I'm not a religious man, but there seems to be some divine intervention with the timing where the day after I published my book, Sarah Stock and the Elijah, whatever his last name thing happened, and that took off like a shot. Then this morning, I was on the Heroes Forge podcast with Christian men, and they interviewed me about the book, and in comes a request. And I got to ask, he's a younger man. You're reading, everything's falling apart, getting all flustered here. You're reading this book right now. And this book was literally written for scenarios that Klein finds himself in right now. Why are you emailing me? You spent the whatever $15 it is on this book. It's here. It's here. Did you not see the part about fake women posing as Christians who use sex to manipulate to get into a sexless relationship? Because a lot of women don't like sex, and therefore Christianity has a ton of you easily dupable Christian guys who wait for sex. And then the Bible provides so many passages against the evils of lust that they manipulate and abuse it so they can have their dream, which is a sexless marriage. And you get to pay for shit and not get laid? How do you not see what she is? It's here, man. And God bless this kid, literally. He paid me $50. I would have done this for $35. This is the problem when you don't follow. Is God sending me a signal? All these softballs and opportune instances coming over my plate? I'll read it. Today's guest brought to you by this client. Hey, Cappy, I want to start off by saying I am currently halfway through your latest book. It's hilarious to me how you keep using T-Rash as an example. T-Rash is not an example. He's a real man. We actually, now his name isn't T-Rash, but we have a guy, he happens to be a black guy, absolutely shredded, and he used to be in that field, right? And then he got, I don't know, grew up, for lack of a better word. And he's like, yeah, they just throw themselves at me. And yes, because I'm a good looking guy. Thankfully, he didn't end up in jail or dead and has moved on to, adult pursuits. But yes, T-Rash is real. Please keep me anonymous, but would rather have an email. No, man, we're doing video. You didn't follow instructions. This is video, man. This is because there's going to be a lot of guys out there in your exact same situation. And I need you at the end of the day. I want you Christian men to realize how many fake Christian women there are out there they're women who don't want to have sex, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with not wanting to have sex, but they want the free shit. They want to get married. And there is no bigger group of suckers than you pent up sexless virgin Christian men who fall for this shit. And there's a tremendous amount of passages that can be manipulated into the Bible where they misconstrue a normal, healthy male sexual appetite as lust. It's the biggest trap out there. And how are you falling for? You have the book in your hand. I'll anonymize some things. So I want to know your take on this girl. I want to know if I should tough it out or dump her. Dump her right fucking now. Right fucking now. I met a Christian girl. You forgot the quotes, the big ass quotes, who is amazing, attractive, and has her life together and a career in legitimate field. She has a career in a legitimate field. I'll put it that way. So she makes good money. I think she has some debt, but nothing unbearable, just small payments. Me and her are a certain age that is not too young nor too old, and living home to save money because buying a house is ridiculously difficult, but that may change for me later this year. Anyway, the relationship started off amazing. It always does. I would see her every day and we would hang out and we engaged in risky behavior despite saying early on she wanted to wait till marriage. That's kind of a good sign because at least it shows she's horny and normal, right? She would also be very giving and give me gifts and visit my house often. Things were amazing until the 3 months mark, in which she accused me of hanging out with my friend who she is jealous of. Done. Over. It's over. You are allowed to have friends. By the way, this isn't strictly relegated to Christian women. Every type of woman out there has been known to use sex to get what they want, and they'll turn it off. Now, by the way, you're not having sex. This is affection and kindness, a little making out, right? They will remove the affection and kindness if you don't do exactly what she says. If you are not thinking the way she wants, doing what she wants, in other words, forfeiting yourself and completely subserving yourself to her, you want to go hang out with your buddy. That's a controlling, manipulative person. I don't care how good her front, just so you know, young man, let me explain it to you. I know someone who dated a girl after his first marriage that went to divorce, because of course, he's like, I'm going to take my time on this thing. He dated her for 2 years. And the second they got married, she kept the act up for 2 years. This girl is already telling you everything you need to know in 3 months. No. Get out of here, you controlling, lying, manipulative bitch. Right off the bat. Right off. Come on, Cap. No. Lying, controlling, manipulative bitch. You are allowed to go. Like, my girlfriend goes to her family all the time. Like, you let her go. Like, yeah, she got a family. She loves them. They love her. Let her go. I take off for a 2-week motorcycle ride. Well, did she get it? Like, no. Because if she ever did, I'd kick her out. I'm going to go for my 2-week motorcycle ride. This whole you can't hang out with your friends is one of the first things these psychopaths do to try to cut you off from everybody else. So let me guess. After you dare to hang out with your friend, she stopped being nice, right? Where's her dad? I want to know where's her dad. That's what I want to know. In which she accused me of hanging out with my friend, who she is jealous of, with no evidence because I didn't call her all day while I was on my trip. Oh, so you weren't even hanging out with your friend. She's already accusing you of shit that you didn't do? Fuck no. Fuck no. Sing it with me. I think you all know the term. Maybe this young man does. Shall we sing it for him? Should we sing it for the new kid? Let's sing it for the new kid. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What's funny is I bet you with some of the truck drivers out there, I guarantee you in Cappy history, when I've sung a song, there's people out there in the road singing along with no, 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 no. And we are a 4-3-year email. Buddy, already this is dead. This is not happening. You need to dump this bitch. To quote Saint Lycus, another saint, patron saint of men, Saint Lycus, dump that bitch. Afterwards, she really hardlined and stopped risky behavior and would go so far as to never change in front of me or be without a shirt or bra when that was normal for her, citing that Jesus doesn't want premarital sex or temptation. That's it. It's here. Did you not read that part? What? No. You are the. Do you need it brighter than the sun to see this? Though I got the origins for this book about 20 years ago when I went through this spate of dating a bunch of psychopathic Quantahas out of Bethel College in North Minneapolis. Northern Metro. Yes, never date girls at Bethel College or any Christian school. You know why? Because none of them were happy. They were all mean, and they would always manipulate the Bible to prevent fun time. Now, I understand premarital sex. I get it. But guys, the vast majority of Christian, quote, girls only use the Bible in terms of relationships and romance to manipulate it to serve their aims. And a lot of that is to not have sex. And a lot of it afterwards is to use the male sex drive to manipulate you because they always compare you to Christ. And sex is bad. Technically, sex is lust, and lust is bad. This isn't a human being. This is a robot. This is a program I identified 20 years ago. This is an algorithm. This is a daemon, not a demon, a daemon. This is a program running in the operating in the back of a computer. Dude, you're not married now. What happens if you get married? Right? And according to your biblical law, you can't get divorced. Short, generally, you can't get divorced. You're stuck. She's cutting off being nice because you dared to hang out with her. And you didn't hang out with your friend. You just did call her. Fuck this shit. You know what you could do? I think she needs to find her own people. I don't mean Chris or anything. She's a particular type of person that she isn't made for American people or modern Western people. I think what she needs to do is build a time machine and go back to 1930s Germany, and she'll find her kind there, the controlling dictatorial types. Months later, I got used to the company. I love hanging out with her, even if nothing was going on. I wasn't really, you have nothing else going on, do you? Right? Like, this is it. This is the only girl that's giving you attention in quite some time, right? Right? I wasn't really bothered as long as I got to see her. I think just long term that this would be a good mother of my children. No, this is a psychopathic, controlling, manipulative person. No. Stop seeing with your dick and use the eyes that God has given you. Thus spoketh the Cappy, secular prophet who was friendly to the Christians. Didn't want to join, just was a friendly neighborhood secular guy. Hi, how you doing? Prophet Cappy. No, see with your thus go forth and see if with your eyes is not your crotch. I just think long term this would be a good mother for my children. You're wrong about this is the horrible person. Then 3 more months passed and there was another big change. Really? See, you're 6 months in and you think you're going to do till death do you part? How hard up are you Christian guys? Holy shit. I told her I got a big raise and a huge bonus, and she started to get on this I feel behind attitude. Not married, not having a house, not having kids. She could have found a husband by now, I'll be honest about that. Little by little, she started to really ramp up the church time, started to look for a side gig, doing a thing on top of her full-time job. Not necessarily, self-improvement is good, but this looks like competition. I dated a girl like that. Oh God. They hate it when you succeed. You get rid of those people. To make the time together much more strange, she started going into the office full time, so I really didn't get to see her anymore. I went from seeing her all the time and every day to maybe twice a week for a couple hours. Okay, then it's over. You don't have a relationship. You're an insurance policy, sir. You're there to like someday get her pregnant and then, oh, we got to get married and give me money. She started going to church 4 times a week. And took some other courses, Bible class online on top of that. I don't want to identify. Some of these things are good. Some of these are bad when you take them in total, right? Each individual thing is not bad, but it's overkill. She's doing it to compete with you. That's what she's trying to dramatically improve her life, and she's doing to compete with you. This is going to be a combative woman. This is going to be a nagging harpy. I don't remember the verse in Bible quote chapter book thing. Is better to live in the desert or the corner of a roof than with a quarrelsome woman. This is going to be a combative, competitive, quarrelsome woman. There's nothing wrong if she wants to excel, but she's doing it because she feels inferior and she's jealous. This is a petty individual. You need to get rid. There is no future. Well, I mean, there is a future. It's a miserable, painful one. On some of the days that I am free, she isn't, and vice versa. But on the one day when we both are free, she says she wants to spend time with her family. I stop inviting myself over because she uses the excuse of my house is dirty and stresses her out that I'm there at a dirty. She doesn't like, dude, she doesn't like you. Look, I'm not too worried about her like using you as she just likes having you around because she's dependent upon your presence. She likes the attention. This relationship is over. You don't have a relationship. You just merely formalize what is reality by dumping her. Mind you, I've hung out at her house while she cleans, but she said she doesn't like it. Yeah, she lied, right? It's a lie. Thou shalt not lie. Not a big Christian, but I think that's one of the 10 rules, right? She just doesn't. She's also a coward. She doesn't have the balls to say, I don't want to see you anymore. I have brought it up before. She keeps saying that the church is her priority. The title. I don't want. They put Jesus and God in the church in between you and her. She just wants company. She wants attention. Sometimes they want money and marriage and commitment and support. They don't want you. And Christianity is the perfect tool to abuse to keep your husband away from you. Maybe I don't make this clear. These are horrible people. And they're horrible because they are not real Christians. They abuse Christianity to serve their own selfish interests. She doesn't give a fuck about Jesus. She only cares about Christianity in terms of how much it can allow her to manipulate other people. And that includes men, but other things as well. It's the convenient. This guy, this guy right here, that guy, he's Mr. Perfect. He's perfect, infallible, Jesus. It's the perfect weapon for manipulative women to use to say, you're not him. You need to do better. And because you're not him, I'm not going to fuck you or be nice to you or be kind or be honest or mature or anything else. It is a fucking nightmare you're dealing with. And the biggest drawback is you Christian men got an arm tied behind your back because you probably actually want to follow the rules. You're like, oh God, am I bad? Did I? No, they're lying. And by the way, you're not as perfect as Christ. Nobody is. So get over that. That doesn't mean you go rank rob banks and kick kittens, but just avoid these girls. The whole thesis, you're describing the whole thesis and the reason why I wrote this book. Essay. Saying church is their priority. This wasn't the case when I met her. Right. The issue is, Cappy, is that I can't tell if she wants to keep busy, to not hang out and wants out, or if her excuses are legit. No, they're not legit. They're lies. She is lying to you. Of all things, which should be a tremendous affront to God, using Christianity as the excuse for the lie. She doesn't want to hang out and she's too cowardly to break up with you. End it. End it. You know what? You don't even I bet you don't even have to end it. I think you just have to stop calling her. And son, I know you're not that much younger than me, but you're young enough you could be my son. Son, you would make me and all the old timers proud. If you were like one of the few men, like you stop calling her, like it's over, you just move on. And she goes, why are you calling me? I'm like, oh, well, we're done. What? No, we're done. Don't talk to me again. And you hang up. If you had the balls, and not to mention the wisdom, which we didn't have, but I'm giving you that wisdom now. Like, this relationship is over. And this childish, petulant, lying behavior on her part, manipulating or invoking Christianity as the reason. No, fuck that shit. And it's not even that you call her out on her bullshit. You just walk away from this one. Never call her again. And if she calls back like, oh yeah, the relationship's over. Yeah. I mean, no, we're not going. But, and you don't listen to a word she says because she's a liar. I mean, you want to talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is it. This is it. I say that because she's actually devoted to all the stuff she is doing, being that I am there at times to witness it. Yeah, she probably doesn't like the fact you're there. I don't get her wanting to see her family over me. She used to ditch them all the time. Right. It's an equivalent excuse. She doesn't want to see you. I would have thought that not seeing me for 3 days in a row would trigger a reaction. On top of that, I feel she is manipulative. No. Talk to the estimated 1/3 to 40% of Christian and secular men who are in sexless marriages. Women use their sexuality to manipulate men. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a regular Socrates over here. I can't pick on you too much because you're younger, but yeah, welcome to the real world. And don't listen to a fucking word that comes out of their mouths. Because going from seeing someone all the time to starving me from access is going to get a reaction out of anyone. Be our hero. It's like we all used to play football and we're too old to play football anymore, but you're the guy you're on the field now. You're the young guy. We're like, come on, man. Do the play we didn't do. Come on, man. Make the touchdown, make the tackle, get the sack. Be what we wish we could have been and just walk away from this girl. You don't have to do it vindictively. You don't have to kick her ass. Just stop calling her and move on. And there's no hope. There's no hope. There's no sweet girl at the end of it. She is a manipulative. She's not Christian. She is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Please do what we wish we would have done and had the foresight and wisdom to do, and walk away from this one and do not feel like you've missed out on anything, because you did not miss out on anything. All the guys in the comment section are going to verify what I say. The good things are that she is still safely affectionate, communicates frequently, leads me in the right direction with money and a better moral code. No. She has also helped me with and gives me advice often. No, you can do this yourself. That's not, no. She's denying intimacy with you, even though you're not supposed to have sex and you're not having sex. There's still intimacy. She's not, buddy. This is a lying, manipulative bitch. I don't care what she dresses like. I don't care what crucifix she has between her cleavage. This is exactly what I'm warning you about. This is some context, but again, we can get on a call. Happy to chat. Should I keep this girl or dump her? I feel things are going to get better if I... No, they're not going to get better. No. We could talk about it if you want, but it's going to cost more money. I think I answered the question. Finish reading this. And what I need you to do is stop wanting what you want to want and start acknowledging what's happening in front of your eyes. Give up all desires. Give up what you want and look at what's happening. She's lying and she's manipulating you. And it's not even necessarily with her sexuality. It's with the emotions, which men tend to have, I guess. I had them at one time. I lost them somewhere in my 20s. They used to care. I was like, oh, this is a horrible person. This is a horrible person for you and everybody. No, man. No. You have so many red flags and you need to stop looking with your dick. Okay? By the way, this book is available. You have to search for it on Amazon. Read the book. It's a must read for every Christian man and any religious man, I guess, except the Muslims. You guys actually have sex and your women are somewhat obedient. You guys seem to have no problems having kids and forming families. So you guys don't need it. I don't know. Are the Jews as like pearl clutchy as the Christians? Could just be my bias of being brought up as a Christian, but it sure seemed Christians were afraid of sex. Well, the women were anyway. Razor Power, $10. I have no need for this book. I am in no danger to get married, especially not to a first world Christian, but I always buy the audiobooks and support and the fun. That comes out when? Keith Hughes is recording it as we speak. It should be, I don't know, a week or two. Well, Audible takes a while so Keith could be done with it, but it takes a while for Audible. So let's just say at minimum 2 weeks. Minimum 2 weeks. What's true? He is young enough to be my son. Yes, thank you, Misty. They are going to get worse. That is the Blue Wrench. Hey, Doc, how you doing? All right, that's it. For you Christians, please say a prayer for this kid. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.